Yo, 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 people and patrons of the night, it is your boy, the Horrorlander. Back at it again with another Goosebumps Vanishing review. This time we're going to be covering episode 4, aka called Monster Blood. Now, I saw that this episode was a Cece-focused episode, and I'm not going to lie to you, it kind of deterred me, because Cece so far has been the weakest teenagers out of the entire friend group that we've been investigating. That's not to say that she couldn't pull up the episode, but seeing her personality, seeing her motives, I was like, all right, I'm not too excited about this one. And I did hear, word around the street. People were saying that this was one of the weaker episodes, if not the weakest one in the show. Now, as to whether or not that's actually true, I don't know. I got pleasantly surprised a little bit towards the end of this episode, but it wasn't because of Cece, it was because of something else, which is still a little strange to me. But let's get into this review. Not really much I can say about the plot, but let's just get into it quickly and then go into the positives and the negatives. Before I start though, let's pay homage to the amount of L's that Trey has taken throughout this series. This man is catching more L's than I was catching child support allegations by Felicia. This dude can't catch a break, bro. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. At this point, after taking this many L's, you just gonna have to pack it up and go to Guatemala, bro. Just go MIA, just go CIA, Black Op, you know what I'm saying? Just pack it up, all right? Just pack it up. Because let's just run through all the different L's that Trey has taken so far throughout this series. He lost his bitch. Apparently, he never had his bitch in the first place, allegedly. He got his car window smashed in. He got clapped by a flower bud. He got turned into some horrific shit, which was messed his ass up, bro. You gotta see it to believe it. He then got a car dropped on him by his girlfriend, and as far as she's concerned, she basically killed the dude. This guy gets possessed into a car. The car fucks itself up and drives off a cliff, so his big old baby whip just got low-diffed. This dude gets left behind naked inside of a military bunker, tripping the hell out. That bro was off that galaxy gas, 3 honey packs. Shit, man, he was in the trenches when you found him at that bunker. He gets left as paralyzed, basically. He's just gone at the hospital. His doctor turns out to be fake, so bro was not getting operated with shit. You don't know what they was putting in that IV bag. And even after his chick basically dropped a car on him, killed him, felt some guilt after him, he still can't get her back, bro. And his college degree is going to shit, bro. That man's college degree is not helping him out at all. Oh yeah, did I forget that he also had his chain called fake? Oh yeah, did I also forget that he got his ass beat by Devin? That is 15 L's, bro. 15 L's. And we ain't finished the series. It's only episode 4. We halfway in. Bro, 15 L's, bro. Golly, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Just put the fries in the bag, Trey. Just put the fries in the bag, bro. Pack it up, bro. We sending you to Guatemala. We sending you with the Guantan Tigers, bro. Better learn your Mandarin, bro. You packed up, bro. Get out of here. So this episode is basically about Cece focused. It focuses on Cece basically looking at how she sort of operates. She's basically Little Miss Perfect. She wants to be perfect at everything. She wants to be well regarded by her social group. She wants to be respected as high class. You see that her friend group is basically a bunch of college chicks that are like, oh my God, slay. Yes, girl. I'm in the IT room with 15 Mark Zuckerbergs. We're on the #1 D's list, bitch. It's that type of friend group, bro. The ones that are always flexing, the ones that are always very preppy on top, think that they're hot shit. And she wants to kind of live up to that. So she lies about getting accepted into debate camp. That's the big reveal. Ooh, shiver me timbers. You ain't getting into debate camp, bro. Oh, boy. Oh, bugger. So, yeah, she's basically covering up the lie. She did not get accepted in debate camp, but now she's getting recruited by this, debate camp alumni who might be able to get her, this big career and big job. So she's kind of getting prepared for this interview. And then the rest of the episode, Dr. Brewer's trying to go to the hospital to meet up with Trey, kind of find out what happened to him, figure out the situation. And Trey, again, is paralyzed, not able to move. Dr. Brewer is working with the cop, who's Alex's mom, and they're essentially trying to work together to get some information out of him. Because Dr. Brewer suspects and knows that this whole situation has something to do with that black venom-like symbiote that was back in the military bunker. And at the same time, he knows that that flower bud probably got its hands on Trey, did something to him. But he can't tell that to the police officer. Otherwise, it's going to be a you gotta believe me, crazy ass situation. But you did find out that the policewoman that's Alex's mother was actually Maddie's boyfriend. So yeah, Anthony Brewer's older brother basically had a girlfriend, and that was the police officer. So she does have some connection to the actual military bunker night. It's not really explained if she knew what happened to Maddie. As far as I'm concerned, when we saw the opening sequence in the first episode, everybody was present to see what happened to Maddie. So I don't know if she's trying to basically remain in disbelief. Maybe she wasn't there to see it. I can't remember fully. But we know now that Dr. Brewer is basically solidified in his research, understanding what's going on with what happened to his brother, what's happening potentially to Devin, and what's happening to these other kids as a very malevolent force is on the loose. We then see that Venom symbiote basically gets into Cece's kombucha. As she's drinking it, she ends up vomiting, acting up during her interview, and then you see that basically go down into the sink drain of the old apartment belonging to their mother when they lived with her, and it turns into something big and bad. Hence the title of the episode, Monster Blood. That's all I'm going to give. That's really all that is there in terms of importance to this episode. Overall, what do I think? I got to say, majority of this episode, again, is boring to me. Cece's character is just sort of whatever. She's easily the weakest teen out of all of them for me. Her dialogue is just typical college girl humor, and as a full-time college student, I can't stand chicks who talk like that. I just hear them yapping all day, be saying a whole lot of nothing. Cece just be yapping about her whole vegan, kombucha, organic journey, and it's like, bro, what the fuck ever, bro. How about you actually get some real character development? Comes towards the end, but again, it's a very extreme situation. But the end of the episode kind of does help her. It shows that she is quite smart. She thinks on her feet. So that was a positive to her character. The whole debate camp not getting accepted in there is very weak motivation, because you can tell that she doesn't actually love debate camp. She very much is always bringing up debate camp as a skill that she uses to get her social status and into college. In fact, in the very first episode, she even said that everybody needs something. Nowadays, before you go to college, you need something. You don't get to figure out in college. You need to figure out your thing before you get into college to get into college. So it's already explained that debate camp is essentially her way of getting into college. It's not something that she's really, really passionate about, and something that, like, you should be very, very resonant towards. It's just a way for her to get social status, to get accepted into places. So I can't treat that as feeling bad for her, because she just wanted clout. She just wanted to be a very preppy high scholar, Little Miss Perfect. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. You ain't had no real passion about it. I don't sense it out of you. And her real passion, I guess, comes out maybe a little bit towards the end of the episode, and maybe later into the season, we'll find out what's really her true calling. So in that way, I guess this episode does sort of break down her barrier, but at no point did I sympathize with her or feel bad for her. It just felt like a girl who got everything her way, and now she's kind of getting crumbled down. Again, she's got like the weakest dialogue out of all of them. All of her dialogue is just kombucha, vegan, organic, prep, blah, blah, blah. It's like the most stereotypical college girl shit. And I know people are saying that, oh yeah, the characters are so much better than the first season characters. They're not caricatures. I mean, seeing some of the characters' dialogue, like Trey, like, here with Cece, it's very sort of typical dialogue. Even Alex, for the most part, although I like Alex more than Cece, Alex, for the most part, is just your stereotypical, girl, like person who gets pitted for a crime, and all they talk about is just that shit that happened to him involving the crime. Like Alex's whole character last episode, I remember she's like, oh yeah, I don't snitch. Well, you serve juvie. Your life basically got thrown into the gutter. You're doing community service every single day. You can't go out and do anything. Your mom is pitted against you, and you don't want to snitch? Oh yeah, no snitching. I left behind that life of crime. Yeah, but your stupid no snitching rule is basically ruining your life. So what makes you think the other guy is going to stand up and confess to his crime? I forgot to bring that up last episode, but that shit was hella stupid. So there are still caricatures in this season, but it's balanced out by people like Brewer, people like Devin, people like CJ, the actual better characters. But so far, everybody else has just been fitting into a certain stereotype. the actual monster blood that you see, I actually enjoyed, man. There are some really cool action sequences in this episode involving a train station, involving an apartment, involving an elevator. Now, the actual thing that's what monster blood turns into was stupid. I did not like that. I was like, oh, brother, don't tell me that that's what the monster blood is. And then Cece openly says a comment that's basically saying that, yeah, that's what the monster blood was. If you've seen the episode, you know what I'm talking about, but it's very stupid. It's not like a monster's blood. It's not like a gooey toy that grows. It's not like the blob that ate everyone. The way it moves is similar to like the blob that ate everyone in Monster Blood, kind of. But what it actually is was very stupid. But with that being said, the action sequences were cool. I enjoyed the action sequences we got towards the end of the episode, and they actually entertained me more because they felt high stakes. They were more creative, more cool in their execution, and it was cooler action sequences than anything in the previous episode with the haunted car. So even though the monster blood itself turned out to be kind of a stupid way in terms of what they made it, the way the monster blood operates in this episode is a lot cooler, a lot scarier, a lot more intense, a lot higher stakes and tension than what the haunted car was in the last episode. The haunted car in the last episode just had some weak-ass, basic-ass chase scenes. You would have seen those type of chase scenes like in the first couple movies of Fast and Furious within the first 10 minutes. Not even the big highlight climax chase scene. No. Just in the first 10 minutes of the first early Fast and Furious movies, you would have seen basic chase scenes like this. So that was nothing impressive. Didn't impress me as much as the original haunted car concept does. But here, I'm not going to lie to you, I did like the way Monster Blood worked. It's kind of like a mix of Blob That Ate Everyone and Monster Blood. It is intimidating, it is threatening, and you do see Cece actually use her wit and actually on her feet come up with some ways to defeat the threat. So that was pretty good and smart. So yeah, overall, I'm going to give this episode a 6 out of 10, which means that this is 0.5 higher than the last one. This is a average episode. I'm kind of debating. Maybe you know what? I'll do this. I'll give it a... I'm trying to see what I should do compared to the first episode. Nah, I'll stick with the 6. I was going to consider giving this around the same score as the first episode, but the first episode has some character moments and has some disturbing scenes that I kind of enjoyed more. So yeah, I'm going to give it episode 6 out of 10. It's better than the haunted car. It's an improvement to that only because of the end sequence with the monster blood. But some of the things about what the monster blood was, Cece's uninteresting character and dilemma, and just some of the little filler moving around like Dr. Brewer and what the police officer are doing with Trey is just filler. It's just a whole lot of nothing really going on during those scenes. But the end of the episode kind of hints for episode 5 playing more into the mystery. So yeah, an improvement, but still has its weaknesses. That's all I got for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, like button, comment down below your thoughts about this episode, thoughts about the show so far, no spoilers. And I'll see you guys in the next one when I talk about episode 5. Deuces. Arrivederci.